Today's topic is artificial vegetative propagation. In plants, vegetative propagation takes place both by natural means as well as artificially carried out by human beings for agricultural purposes and in horticulture for cultivation of vegetables, flowers and fruits. In the previous video, I have already discussed about the natural method of vegetative propagation. Today's topic is only about the artificial means of vegetative propagation. I am going to discuss about the three major types of artificial means of propagation. They are the cutting, layering and the grafting. So here I am going to discuss even the advantages of grafting. The first topic here is cutting. Cutting is very common man-made method of vegetative propagation in plants. Generally, cutting is done from the stem or root or even leaf. So, stem cutting, root cutting and leaf cutting are the methods used for artificial vegetative propagation. Stem cutting is done in China rose, sugarcane, rose, lemon and even bougainvillea through stems. So here what is done is exactly 20 to 50 centimeter long pieces of the stem are taken and they are cut obliquely and planted into the moist soil. The cutting develop adventitious roots and shoots and grow into new plants. Each cutting should have at least 2 nodes and internodes. These are very important to remember. The root cutting. In root cutting, this is commonly used in the plant like tamarind and blackberry. Here the roots are taken from the healthy plants. The roots are cut into pieces about 7 to 10 centimeter long and placed in the moist soil in horizontal positions. Shoots and roots develop to form new plants from this root cutting. Leaf cutting. Some plants like succulent leaves can be propagated by leaf cutting like begonia and peperomia. The second type of artificial vegetative propagation is layering. In layering, new plants are produced from the parent stem without detaching it in the initial stage. It is done in two ways: mound layering and air layering, which is also known as aerial layering, or Goti is the very popular name used for air layering. Let's discuss about mound layering first. Mound layering. It is induced by bending the lower branch to the ground and covering it with the moist soil. The apical portion of the branch is left exposed in the air, which later develops into leaves. After some time, the adventitious roots develop from the node, and these branches are cut from the parent plant and planted. They grow into new plants. Mound layering is practiced in plants like jasmine, raspberry, strawberry, and grapevine, etc. Air layering or Goti. This method is used in plants like orange, guava, lemon, lychee, etc. having thick branches which cannot be bent. In such plant, about 1 inch bark around the stem is removed and it is covered with moist grass wrapped with a polythene sheet. An earthen pot with a hole at the bottom is hung from the branch above the ring to supply water. When adventitious roots appear, the stem is cut below the level of the roots and planted. The third type of artificial vegetative propagation is grafting. So what is the technique of grafting? In grafting, the shoot system of one plant is joined over the stump of the other related plant of whose root system is taken and a composite plant is formed. This is exactly grafting. So in the grafting, the root system of the plant which is taken is called the stalk and the another plant whose shoot system is taken is called the scion. The stalk plant should be resistant to disease and have a deep root system for absorbing water and minerals from the soil, while the scion should be from the better yield variety plant. Grafting is very successful in dicots but not in monocots. Can you tell me why? Yes, the reason lies behind that the monocot do not have any cambium. In grafting, stalk and scion are obliquely placed end to end in such a way that the cambium of the two is in intimate contact with each other. The stem of the stalk is about 10 to 20 centimeter above the ground, which is cut, and the leaves and buds are removed from the scion. Both the stalk and the scion are bound firmly with the help of tough thread or rope and are covered with wax to avoid any type of infection. Here you can see how the stalk and the scion are toughly they are tied together. So, as I told you in the beginning of the introduction, that there will be some of the advantages which are mentioned by me. Here, what are the advantages of grafting? Grafting, here you see, on the same stalk, different varieties of the plant can be grafted. Okay. Next, a young scion may flower when it is grafted on a mature tree. Here you can see, here in this plant that I am showing you is a grafted plant which has 3 different type of flowers in the 3 branches. What does it mean? That means this plant is totally grafted. So grafting is used to improve the variety of production of various type of fruit plant like mango, apple, pear, guava and even citrus plants. So my dear students, it was all about the 3 types of artificial means of vegetative propagation. In the next upcoming video, I will discuss about the micro propagation, which is called tissue culture. Tissue culture is a technique of propagating plant in the cultured medium, which is not done by the gardeners or by the farmers. It is entirely done in the laboratory. So here in this topic, I am going to discuss you in the next day. So stay tuned with me to know about the micropropagation in the next upcoming video. For that, if you have not yet subscribed my channel, do subscribe it today. And if you have liked the topic of today's content, then do please press the like button. And if you think that it is useful for your friends to know about the artificial means of vegetative propagation, please do share it with more and more of your friends. Thanks for watching the video.